Good day to you guys. Today we have a very unlikely figure. Well, it is the Silver Centurion diecast suit up suit from Iron Man 3. So again, this is Rewell from Re-Reviews doing an unboxing and mini review of this figure. I said it is unlikely because so far as I've searched, I've only seen Sideshow unbox this product. So I rarely am first for anything. No, I haven't been first for any of these figures basically. But I got this from Toys Wonderland. It's cost me 22,500 pesos in Toys Wonderland. Dollar equivalent will be shown. And a good 5,200 pesos for taxes because this time DHL is charging me taxes. So again, dollar equivalent for that. That's basically the grand total of everything I've paid for in this figure. So let us unbox it because I am as excited as you are to see what's inside. Slip-on cover as most or every die-cast figure. So I don't know how popular or well received this figure is, but as for me, as soon as I saw this, I had to have this. If you see my previous unboxing, I had a silver blue, blue Centurion. So I just have to have the suit up for contrast. Removing it and first impressions, I'm so excited. I'm shaking, okay? So first of all, let us take everything out and see what it really looks like. So everything's been taken out and what we have here is a ghost in the shell. It's basically, it looks empty as hell, man. So this is it when I took it out of the box. Two of these things fell out. So let's try to add these attachments to not make it look like a ghost in the shell kind of thing, okay? So let's do that, man. So seeing as this figure is much more unique than what I've unboxed, I just decided to take the first layer out of the box. So first I noticed is that this head sculpt is magnetized. So it's an easy swap out. Like that. It's the first I've ever experienced in an Iron Man figure. So there's a beat up Tony Stark here. The magnets, well, they're kind of scary, okay? They don't attach as securely. And before I go with the other accessories, I should mention that this is very light. I'm not even sure if it's die-cast, man. It says die-cast, but this is the lightest die-cast figure I've ever held in my entire life. So normal Iron Man array of hands. There's a second tray by the way, which we would take a look later. So I'm still not sure how you attach this shoulder pads. Yeah, it doesn't. Okay, I think it slips on easy like this. Yeah. Okay, so yeah, it slips on easy. It just got dislodged while shipping, so it's not much of a trouble. I thought that it attaches weird, but you know, checking it, there are ports here, so they attach easily. So this is what it looks like. First and foremost, very light accessories. Faceplate, almost identical. This one has a light pass through. This one is basically for the head sculpt, I guess, without the light pass through. Later on we will plug this in and see what it would look like. So for now, let us. Okay, it doesn't attach. It's weird. Wow, it is weird. Okay, maybe I got them the wrong way. So this sticks in here and this. Yep, I got it wrong. So this comes off pretty easily. So be careful with that. See, I missed a spot. Sorry about that. So it comes off pretty easily, man. So be careful when you're messing when you're fidgeting with stuff. So okay, this actually also comes off the top part. So maybe for the faceplate. Okay, cool. Cool. And this doesn't feel as secure. Yeah, feels a bit wobbly, man. So be careful with this, especially when you're moving or relocating it. Okay, now let's take a look at the second tray. So the second tray is, first and foremost, it comes with this really big base that I don't miss at all. This is a downgrade from everything we've ever been through. So yeah, not looking good, man. And as for this, now these are die casts, okay? I decided not to take them off because I'd be messing with them later. So these parts here are die casts. Yeah, along with the blades. And this one, I haven't really checked out, but could be die cast, you know. No, it's not. It's not die cast. These parts here. So a bit later we will figure out what these parts do, how they attach to this, because you could tell that this already looks good. And it also comes with a USB Type-C connector. No, it's not a USB Type-C. It's a freaking micro USB, man. You know, Hot Toys is like one step forward, two steps backward. Yeah, it's a micro USB. So I don't know why they decided to downgrade when the Mark 1 already came with a USB-C. Okay, so let's check out what we can do with this. Manual, we will need it this time. Okay, so I was thinking of where to start fiddling with this. So this is its most default form, and one thing I noticed is probably the reason why they use USB, a micro USB, is because they're hiding the port here. It's like embedded into the design, so that's actually kind of cool. Although, see, you plug it in like that, but I wish despite that they still used you know, USB Type-C, because I'm sure they can incorporate it in the design, man. So it's just so weird for me why they went with that choice. Okay, so let's plug it in. So another cool thing I discovered while messing with this is that the on-off switch is again embedded into the design. So it's a bit hard to spot because it's part of the design. So it's actually here, that small tab there. That is pretty cool, man. So the only downside I see so far is that they did not light up the helmet. They couldn't find a way to light up the helmet. So you would still need batteries or a fusion reactor or whatever for its head. But its entire suit though kind of lights up really nice. I mean, you've never seen an Iron Man suit light up like that, right? All blue and all. So it is pretty cool, minus the head. So that is the only downside of this, but I love it. So now let us attach everything, because I had fun with this first. Now let us attach everything. Okay, so I've attached the main armor pieces to it, and I can say that the experience, it's still sort of like a magnetized version of the Mark V suit up. To be honest, that's how I describe the experience. It's still not perfect, even though these parts, they're magnets, and there's like the right ports where you stick these parts in, this plastic parts in. They still feel a bit loose. So, but they're a way easier to attach. They're way more forgiving. You would take a bit of time though, like what I am doing now. Like I just detach it, so now I have to stick it in again because it's a mix of magnets and that kind of friction fit. Still though, it's not very secure. That's what I'm gonna say. It's a lot easier to attach, but it's still not very secure. It's gonna fall off if you're gonna carry your Iron Man clumsily. So the instructions are pretty easy to follow. There's like an under thigh armor. There's the sort of a crotch piece and the rib cage area, which you can articulate like this to make it seem like it's opening up. So those are the die cast parts, by the way. So that is, I still haven't figured out what this one is. I think this is for the knee pad. Let's stick it in. Okay, so before I start on that, I think I should attach this first. These parts here are for the leg. So let's see how it sticks in. Okay, so I'm almost done attaching everything. So the good news is everything is very intuitive. It just snaps on, except for this part. There's a part here that just confused the heck out of me, and turns out it's for the forearms, man. So it took me a while to figure out. The instructions were super vague. I had to look at the pictures, and I just saw this empty tab here. So you basically hook it up there. Yeah, it is not hard though. I mean, it's just not easy to do it in camera. But when you're by yourself, you can pretty much, I can confidently say you can figure this out, man. It's not hard at all. It's not as secure also, so that's the downside of it. It's more convenient. See, and things pop out. So you know what I mean. That things are not as secure as they are. So always be careful when moving this around, because I can only imagine that this thing is just gonna be all over the place, man. It's just gonna pop out everywhere. And okay, I might have seemed to, yeah, I don't think I got this part right. Oh, I did. The pauldrons. Yeah. So be careful when articulating it. They just pop off without warning, man. Especially this left, the one on the left in my model. Okay, the good thing though, if it pops out, it's just idiot proof. So if you have this the wrong side on, it's not gonna connect. Okay, so I'm glad they did that. It's idiot proof, so you can't make a mistake in there. Even if you're me. So just follow the magnets when you stick this in. There, finally. Okay, just make sure you're sticking it in the right port. So we'll add the final touch, the blades, which works the exact same way as the old one. Just stick it in here. I don't know which one's left or right. Okay, it's also idiot proof, so it won't go in if you have it on the wrong side. So I'm glad they did that. So a downside I discovered is that when you have everything suited up, it would actually be hard to stick this in because you have to take it off again. So okay, I got it right. This is what it looks like. Goes in the shell. Creepy Iron Man without the face. I lowered the waist clamp here, turned it to a foot clamp just so it wouldn't damage anything. But yeah, things are still falling off. It's not really the most secure figure. So it's a plug and play, you know, it's up to you whether you find that it's worth it. So I just stick this back in and then give you my final thoughts. Okay, so my final thoughts on the figure is that it is a very unique figure in the sense that it is not really a full Iron Man. It is an in-between Iron Man. It is not a suit up kind of armor per se. It's sort of in between the transition parts. So these ones, they don't close. So if they would have closed, it would have been a good, like, you know, modern silver Centurion figure. But I guess if they did that, the blue hue, the blue ones shining out there, they won't show up. So I guess it defeats the purpose. So they had to do it this way just to show the lights. You also can open the back, which is sort of a bummer for me. Okay, the USB you're also using is short. So I wish that it could have opened here like that other Iron Man, but you know there's one coming that would be like that. I think it's the Mark 4 or Mark 3 suit where it opens up in the back. So my final thoughts is that it is a pretty good Iron Man figure. I would get it. I love it. It's a pretty unique Iron Man in my collection. I also like the silver Centurion suit because it reminds me of a Protoss, and this blue hue now is much more alien, much more Protoss, if you don't mind me saying, if you're a StarCraft fan. It is still far too expensive for what it is. So if budget is a little tight, or if you just want a solid Iron Man collection, you can give this a pass. You don't really need or require it. This is just for, collectors of my level who basically have almost everything. So it's made for guys like me and die-hard Iron Man collectors. Normal collectors who aren't really die-hard, you can do without. So have a nice day guys. Hope you learned something here. See you again in my next review.